before you start.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, Honorable adjudicators, ladies and gentlemen, our worthy opponents. Now, today we're gonna. Oh, wait. Unless we did chair, right? Okay, please skip that. My name is Eakkarat, back as Prime Minister. Today we're going to debate in the motion of this award, eliminate grading in schools. And first, I'm going to to give you definition of it was very important word. Eliminate. Eliminating is from eliminate. It means stop working, stop something, stop doing something, cancel something. Grading. It means the numbers or alphabet or any symbol or any measurement that we use to separate students based on their result of learning. Grading is so important in a century ago, but today it's not important. Why? I, as the Prime Minister, I'm talking about grade create pressure on students and its old way of understanding students. And my Deputy Prime Minister, which is make student number, not individuals. First, I prefer grade create pressure. Why? Because students want to have good grades and they try always in order to get good grades. And they get pressure. They want to get 4. They want to get higher grades. And they see that they're not satisfied with that situation. You can see a lot of students committed suicide, bully others because of the grades. It's a big problem. Even myself, when I was a student, I am worried all the semester that my grade will be decreased. So it's got pressure, I'm not satisfied. And for some class, the teachers are so strict and always give students low grades. I am not happy with that. And I don't want to study and they want to learn. Yes?
We believe that the problem of a student committed suicide is not about the grade, but it's about the student themselves.
This I told you, thank you. This I told you is about increasing pressure. So when some students, not every student, got a lot of pressures. Pressure. Too small young people don't know what to do. And it was one lesson remaining for them. Kill themselves. To escape the problem. Because they have nowhere to go. Because of grade. Another is the old way to understand student. Schooling. School is from schooling. Created hundreds of years ago by Ottoman von Bismarck in Germany. And it was try to separate students based on the grade. Because at the time, they want people to join the army, to join the officers. So it's try to separate students. But it's proved nowadays of unsuccessful. You can see the leader of people nowadays, leader of business like Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and other people, even American President Donald Trump, he don't care about good grades because they learning is better from themselves rather than numbers or any alphabets. And it's always, you can see the modern country that have successful in education, in Finland, Sweden, they have no grade. So it's easy, it's very important that the first one is our way of understanding students, and the other, grade create pressure. Noam Chomsky, the famous Russian educator, said that if you got pressure, you will learn. So it's very basic principle that grade create pressure. Grade is always. So we're gonna listen to my second speaker, make grade number of individual. And because of this, because it's grade pressure, is always this how what eliminate grading in school. Thank you.
Prime Minister speak for 4 minutes, 45 seconds. And next we recognized in 58 leader of opposition.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ganapati Wadhapan. I am a leader of opposition. Today, the motion is this how would eliminate bleeding. So first, I will rebut the Prime Minister. I know someone have a greatest with no grade, like a Donald Trump, like a someone who was success, but it's not important. If we look forward around the world worldwide, we will know the grade is so important. It is the important key of anyone. Anyone wants to know the result of learning of themselves, activity of themselves. If we learning in autumn but don't know the result what I'm doing with this term, it's not good. It's not good for everyone. It's really good with someone, somebody, but not good for all. And I will start with my argument. Grades can improve students when they know the result of themselves. They'll know how to study more, how to study hard, how to learn in good way, how to go in their job, how to go in their future. And if I have a good grade, I can show my grade. I can proud with myself. My parents, my friends, yes, they can proud of me. But if I do with worst grade or bad grade, it is I do by myself. Anyone doesn't make me do for bad grade. And if I know I have a bad grade, I will more do hard. I will study hard. I will do anything for my future, for my job, for my parents, for my happy. And grade can tell quality of student. Student know how they know that this school good, this school is not good enough. Like Kanyani Sitamara is good because our students have the good grade, have the good activity. And in the worldwide, we can know other country how the quality of the student of their child. Yes.
How grade could improve students' learning if the way to get good grades in some school just sending reports? Thank you.
My duty will say about that. And then in a worldwide, we know how this country is good enough, how this country bad. In the exam, in the grade, we know how the quality of them. And in the exercise, students can manage their time for this. And if students can do this, do that, can manage time, can improve themselves, can do well, and we will know in all of that country is good enough. And thank you for of course. Thank you.
The person speak for 4 minutes 44 seconds. And next we will invite Deputy Prime Minister.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Guru Buntiam as Deputy Prime Minister. The first, I want to rebut to the Prime Minister of Opposition. If you have good grade and you show for another one for you proud, but if you don't have good grade, you don't embrace. Okay, that's my argument. For it makes student number not individual grading of student. Don't need to show to another people that for what subject they can be as good, but for the subject they can be as great. They want to because like the Prime Minister say the Mark Zuckerberg state job because for some students they can be as the better than student in some subject. Like for you could be as technology, you can make the many things. Okay. After I will say about some grading in some school, like some subject in Kanyani. This is my like some subject is I can study many like painting. They tell me just write. I don't know what I should do for this. Okay. Thanks. Come on.
About the art subject, you say that the teacher just give you the writing work and they give you grade. So I think that's not the point about the problem of the grading, but it's about the teaching.
Because it's about the teaching.
Speak for 2 minutes 23 seconds.
Okay.
Next we will invite Deputy Leader of Opposition.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges. My name is Chaiwan Azwan as a Deputy Leader of Opposition. Today I'm gonna talk about the motion this all would eliminate grading in school, which our side think this motion should be failed. As my leader of opposition has said about how the grade can make our school system and can improve our students to be better. So I'm gonna talk more and give you the reason, example about that and prove why this motion should be failed. The argument I'm gonna talk about is grading can improve students. I'm gonna explain more than the leader of opposition. The first one is grading is a key to make students really improve, because when you come to school, even this day, how do you know what level of study you are if it's not about the grade? Like if you look back at your last year's school and you know that for example, like for Thai subject you got only 2 grades, then you know well by yourself that this semester, this year you're gonna make it better, or you're gonna end up like last year, right? So if we eliminate grading in school, how do you know that you have to improve in what subject? Because in Thai education system, there are so many subjects, and each subject has a different type of studying, different way of learning. So if we still have grading in school, we can know that what level we are, and we can improve from that. Yes.
Now you said that without grading, how to know what to improve at, but grading itself don't give you the answer to this question. Two students can have the same grade at the same subject, but each one got this grade because of a different skill. The grade itself will not show the skill.
The grade itself will not show the skill, but it's a measurement of the quality of student. For example, if you are good at math, you get 100 per 100 score. You get definitely 4 grade on that. So if you are not good at it, like you fail on it, your grade will be low, and that will prove that if you are not good at that subject, your grade will be low and you have to improve. Yes.
How could you be certain to measure in just one test, one piece of paper that can describe the entire life? How could you track that?
It's definitely not just one page, because do you have just one test per semester or just one test per subject? No, you have like final test and midterm test and many more little tests that teacher gives you every week, about maybe 10 subjects a week, so that teacher will collect the score of student just by little, and when they end the final, they end up put all the score together, and that will show you how good you are. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is the college. When we know that college, they have to take a high grade from the high school. So we all as students have our own dream. We know that what we want to learn, what we want to study in college, and what we want to do. So, for example, if someone like my, just for example, if my leader of opposition want to be a doctor, so she know that the doctor needs to be good at math. So she will need to improve her math subject, her math skill, to make her math grade go high, so she can go into college and she can do what she want. So that's why, as a opposition side, we strongly believe that this motion should be failed. Thank you.
First, speak for 5 minutes 25 seconds. And next, we will invite government with to.
Ladies and gentlemen, worthy opponent, judges, and everyone in the room, good morning. My name is Mullah Haddad, and I'm a whip for the government side. The motion in front of us today is this House would eliminate grading at schools. And we, as the government side, stand firmly behind this motion. We believe grading is an old method. It is ancient. It doesn't work anymore. It's not as good as other ways that we can apply these days. As the whip, let me start first of all by rebutting the opponent or the opposition, and I will start with the leader of opposition. She told you that by exam we know the quality of the students. By doing exams and by grading, we know the quality of the students. We say that is not necessarily true. In the old times, most of the learning focused on memorizing information and recycling them and then putting them on papers to prove that you learn or you remember what you learned. Nowadays, learning has improved, has evolved. Nowadays, teaching is about students learning how to solve problems by themselves. And that itself cannot be graded by an exam paper, quizzes, or tests. Therefore, the grading will not show you how well the students are learning. It will show you how much they remember, but it will not show you how much they know. Next one, she talked about also that grades can improve the students because it will make them believe in themselves or it will motivate them to improve themselves. As my previous speakers again and again proved, this is not true. A lot of times students will spend their time feeling worried, feeling serious, and feeling drained and under pressure because of these gradings. They are not focusing on learning anymore, they are focusing on memorizing and trying to do well on papers or quizzes or whatever. Therefore, it doesn't let them improve themselves. And most of the time, it backfires. As the Prime Minister said, some students don't deal with the pressure the same way that other. Some of them will go depressed, some of them will even commit suicide. And that's all because of the focusing on the grade instead of focusing on learning. Then we have the deputy leader of opposition. He told you that grading is key because it will tell you how students are good in school or not. And luckily we were able to ask him, if two students get the same grade in one subject, how would you know which one is better in what? When we talk about subject, and let's take math for example. Math itself has more than one science in it. And you all know that since a lot of you are students or were students before. So the deputy leader of opposition said that we will have a student get 100%. Of course, if you get 100% or grade 4, that means you are good at math. But grade 4 in Thailand doesn't necessarily mean 100%. You can get grade 4 if you have 80%. So if I have two students who get both grade 4 in math, but one of them got 80% and the other got 100%. One of them got 100% because he did everything he can or she can. They did all the exams right, they did all the homework, they attended all the classroom, and they talked with the teachers. The other one attended, they didn't talk in the classroom, but they were in the grades in the school. That person will get 80, and eventually I will have two students having the same number, 4. That doesn't mean at all that they are the same, or it doesn't mean at all they have the same skills at math itself, and so forth. You can talk about English, science, biology, chemistry, other subjects at school. Also, they talked about the college. College will take high grades. Now, we all know and we all able to speak and record and everything because of the light bulb, by the way. Did you know that the inventor of the light bulb was a failure at school? His teacher told him, you are a rotten egg, you will never be able to achieve anything. And because of him, now we can stay awake all night. After that, ladies and gentlemen, let me summarize our case. The government side has told you, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't give you a plan, that is for sure. But that doesn't matter because we told you already that grading is not working well for students. We talked about it create pressure on students, and the opposition side failed to rebut that. And we told you also it is reducing students to numbers instead of individuals. Therefore, we as the government side stand firmly behind our motion, and this House will and would eliminate scoring in schools. Thank you.
For 5 minutes 22 seconds. And next we will invite opposition with
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable educators. Today on the motion, this House would eliminate grading in school, and we as opposition side didn't stand on this motion. First of all, I had a rebuttal to government side. The Prime Minister said about grade create pressure to student, and grade didn't create pressure. Example like suicide to student, it not a great fault because some students is have their illness like sad illness or something. And Prime Minister said student one more grade and have a pressure. And at that point, our team said that if you want more grade, you don't need to be pressure. You just improve yourself. Everyone needs to move on. Everyone needs to move on, not stuck in the past. Yes.
You say that you don't need to feel pressure, you need to improve yourself. But we already state that not every person can deal with the same pressure the same way.
I'm gonna speak this later, and it is in my paper. Some of the students have a pressure is real, but it's like only few or not much. It have only some group of students that have an illness, not all of students, and some group they have a sick or illness, like sad illness or I don't know what to call, and they put
As a student, do you are very happy? You and all students are very happy at the time before knowing your grade? We happy?
Everybody have a happy and sad in our life. Nobody perfect. And the government deputy prime minister say, if you have a good grade, you will proud. If you have a bad grade, you will have a pressure. Like my previous rebuttal, not every student will have a pressure. Government's whip said about the grade is ancient. We need to eliminate grade to be improved, and we disagree about that. Is that a real good way? And no, thank you. and government whip said about commit suicide again, and no, thank you. It like I say, so at our team say, and I say many times that it come from people, not come from grade. So government whip said about the 80 points, so you will get a grade 4. But he said about 100 point, person with 100 point and person with 80 point, person with 100 point get grade 4, person at 80 point get grade 4. But at this point we can see our score at real, not only see the grade. So I think this point, yes.
Now, I didn't mention the 100 grades just because I want to. What happened that your deputy leader of opposition mentioned the 100 grade against the 0 grade, the fail grade. I took it to a higher level, 100 versus 80. And in Thailand, most of people will look at the grade 4, 3, 2, 1, not the other numbers.
You say you make my deputy point get higher, and I need your point get higher too. And you say that the score we look only grade, right? But in actually we read the score to know if we got only 3.5. I want to know what the score I get, and I need to see what score I'm missing. And I gonna summarize my team. My leader opposition say it can tell quality of student, grade can teach the student, grade can make people proud of them. If you have a bad grade, you improve yourself in the worldwide. Grade can improve student, improve self mean you can manage time and you can make yourself better. My deputy leader opposition say grade is key to make the student improve. You can make you can make your grade better if you improve yourself. Test is not only one people because you have midterm and final. Grade can tell you how good you are and how level you are. You are in the group level or you are in the boss level. And thank you.
speak for 5 minutes 20 seconds. And then we will invite opposition reply to every case.
Okay, good morning again. I am our leader of opposition. My name is Kiwatnapan. So I will reply the motion. This how would eliminate grading. So we still stand that grading is best way to just in college or school, and the best way how to know that learning is at school. So bullying is not important if our student, no student can do that well. So bullying is an important key for grade. So and we still stand that grades is very way how to know the quality, how to know that parents can proud of me, proud of our students, and grade can improve the student. If we do bad, we find a way how to do that well, how to do that more than this. And if grading of this Thailand is not good enough, we should prepare for the best way of with a grade, have a best way for life in school, for the best case, and we still stand that. This how would eliminate grading. Not to eliminate grading. Thank you.
Everyone speak for 2 minutes 19 seconds. And then we will invite
Okay. This how would eliminate grading in schools because of our 3 reasons. Grade create pressures, and pressures stop learning. We want everyone to learn, so we stop eliminate grade. It's all way of to understand student. It's the way the school used for hundreds of years ago, not today, and we are changing. Everyone is changing. We are developing. The phone 100 years ago is different from the phone we use today. The same as the education system. It measures students by number rather than their real learning, real abilities. We cannot use the number to evaluate people. That's not good. Because of this, our team has made us very good points. Very good points. And this how would evaluate grading in school. This motion must be strongly stand. Thank you.
We must speak for 1 minute 12 seconds.